did you ever have anyone significantly hate on you? And if you did, how did you address it? Were you the type to like physically fight someone? Did you approach them? Did you kind of just ignore them and just did your thing? How did you handle the adversity when it came to like being the guy that was the loud guy in the room? There's always that hater that's like, oh, Adam, shut up, you know?
Yeah, I think I was never like a fighter. Like I'm not like, yo, bro, I'll fight you, bro. Like but I remember I did have one hater in particular. I remember this story. I kind of regret it, but I kind of don't because this kid had it coming. But it was my senior year and everyone was out and about and living it up. And I was just, you just graduated. I was having fun out there. And there was this one kid who was like a year or two younger than me. I don't know this kid all that well. I think maybe I was talking to a girl that it wasn't like I stole his girl, nothing like that.
Right.
And this just kid, all I heard is like, yo, this kid is like talking mad shit about you. Like I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, he says you're this, he says you're that. I'm like, who is this kid?
Yeah.
And those like, this is pre-social media.
Right.
So like,
thank God.
I'm hearing this through like, yo, that dude, he's like, whatever. And I was like, what's the deal with that? And then he wasn't particularly big, strong, tough. I'm just like, is this even real?
Yeah.
And I remember like seeing him, because I think he was a year younger than me in school, I want to say. And I think I went back to school or something. I ran into him, but it was like in a school setting. And I don't think I wasn't like, yo, what's up, bro? I was just like, yo, what's your deal? And he's like, fuck you, dog. Like all that. I'm like,
what?
I'm like, let me catch you outside of school one day, buddy.
Yeah.
And I vividly remember it was a house party, crazy stuff going on. Cops were breaking it up. They're like, yo, that dude is here at the party.
Oh.
I'm like, where's he at? They're like, oh, the cops breaking it up.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm like, I don't really know you that well. I kind of confronted you at school. You had an opportunity to like shake my hand, tell me it's all good. And you basically were like, fuck you.
Yeah.
So I see the kid, he's in a car, he's driving, whatever. You know, like cops break up a high school party, like
right.
It's chaos. I see him in the car. He's like kind of like parked. I went up to the car, opened the car door.
His door?
His door, opened it, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? I just crank. I just beat the piss out of this kid. Just left him there in the driver's seat, like, and all my friends were like, dude, what was that? I was like, don't talk shit if you're not gonna back it up, buddy. I mean, that was it. So, I don't know.
And do you regret that today now that you think about it?
Now that I'm telling that story, hell no. Because he had it coming.
Okay.
Why are you, and this is the one thing I always say is that like, now, this is pre-social media.
Right.
Now, these days, it's so easy to be like, yo, you ain't shit, bro. Fucking go kill yourself. You're a fucking loser, bro. Yeah, it's like, okay. But say that in real life to somebody.
Yeah.
And see what happens. I always say that Drake says, like, trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers. Everybody's tough online.
Yeah.
But, like, and you might be tough in real life. But talk shit to somebody who really doesn't like what you're saying. So it's like you saw the thing with Mike Tyson. In the plane like a year ago?
Yes.
Everyone wants to talk shit these days. Everyone, oh, Mike Tyson, you ain't shit, whatever. This dude is on a plane.
Yes.
In a small capsule floating in the sky, and you're sitting behind the greatest knockout guy ever, and you want to run your yap and talk shit. Now, you may or may not want to do that online. Cool. But now you're doing that in real life, and you're 6 inches behind a vicious animal.
Yeah.
If he needs to be that person.
Yeah.
And the guy said one too many things to Mike Tyson. Next thing you know, just like the dude in the car, bang, bang, bang. It's like you bit off a little bit more than you can chew. Hefe. So, I'm not a fighter. I'm in real life, as you can see, like even on PBD podcasts, I'm always like, come on guys, let's find common ground. Can we work this out? It's not that serious. Like we're all Americans, we're all friends. Like, but at some point you press the wrong dude to the wrong, you want to come sideways at somebody, you might,
I think I've even seen you kind of have a little not altercation, but a disagreement when we have been out, when we went to, I think, 3 Points. And that guy was like yelling in your face, like, you can't come here, you can't come through here. And you like kept it so calm, so cool, so collected. And we moved on and we figured our way and we got, you know, where we were going. So I think even like maybe subconsciously that experience of you doing that has maybe, you know, altered the way you address adversity today.
Yeah, I think, good point, Nat. I think, you know, I always reference the book that I read, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And essentially it's, you know, you get more with honey than with vinegar, essentially. And then, you know, I always say things like, if I'm going to fight anybody at this point in my life, it's going to be someone I know very well.
You say that, yeah.
I'm not fighting random people. You step on my shoe in a club. I'm not being like, yo, bro, these are new shoes. Like, there's people out there like that.
Yeah.
And that's just not my MO. And what I always try to say is like, okay, you can come one of two angles with these people, whether it's a security guard, whether it's a teacher, whether it's a boss, whether it's a coworker, whatever. It's like, for a second, I know it's hard, just put yourself in their shoes. And in that particular instance, he's like, hey man, this is an exit only, you can't come through. I'm thinking, all right, is this worth arguing with this guy over the exit? It's like, I could just take a walk around.
Yeah.
And I put myself in his shoes. This is his job.
Right.
I'm not gonna fight this guy over some random bullshit. I said, you got it, buddy. And I just walked around.
Yeah.
And what did I do? We just walked in the other entrance and lived our life.
Yeah.
But you have to think like risk and reward. Okay, the reward in that situation was, all right, as annoying it is, I'll walk around this gate and it took me an extra minute.
Yeah.
Okay, the risk is, now you know I'm fighting a security guard at a festival, and who knows who's gonna roll up and next thing you know I get stabbed. It's like, this is, I process everything with risk and reward. Like, I'm going skiing this weekend.
Right.
Right. And I'm thinking, I haven't skied in 10 years. I don't see myself being that dude that's like, I'm a skier now. And I go to Aspen every winter. And like, where do you winter? Oh, Aspen, of course. Because I have friends that do that. And I just, it's like, what's the risk? Or what's the reward? I have a nice time on the mountain and I get a good photo. What's the risk? A fucking broken neck. I'm like, I'm good.
I need you, Sos.
I'm good.
Don't do that.
So risk reward it. So if you like that clip, click right here to watch another. Or if you want to watch the entire Soscast, click right here.